What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name's Christian and welcome to SeaWorld Production. Nick Fury is officially getting his own spin-off series for Disney Plus. Now this is interesting. Nick Fury getting his own series on Disney Plus. Where would they go? What kind of story would they tell with this particular character? Now I'll be honest with you guys. I'm always honest with you guys on my channel. I don't care for Nick Fury like that anymore. After Winter Soldier, I was just like, oh man, this Nick Fury the way Nick Fury was written in Winter Soldier was really good. After that, I feel like it was a huge drop off. You have him in Age of Ultron. You had him at the end of Avengers Infinity War. What else? You had him, at the end of, Endgame. He makes these little small cameos and appearances. He wasn't in Spider-Man Far From Home. Obviously, that was, what's his name? Talos, the Skrull. So I don't count that shit. But then he was at the end, the whole sword base up in space. Okay. And then he was in Captain Marvel. The whole de-aged Nick Fury, right? The last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye. One of the most badass lines in the MCU, ruined in Captain Marvel by a fucking Flerken. Goose the cat. You telling me Nick Fury, one of the badass sons of bitches out there on the planet, lost his eye because he was scratched in the eye by not just a cat, a Flerken. I'm sorry, but that whole scene pissed me the F off. I was just like, that is stupid. Why would you go that route? You literally just ruined that entire moment in Winter Soldier for me, because every time I watch Winter Soldier and I see that scene, every time, that's how I trusted somebody I lost an eye. I'm like, motherfucker, no, you didn't. You got scratched in the face by a cat, a Flerken. That's how you lost your eye. Now tell Cap, you pussy. Like, it's so frustrating to me. But this is interesting. I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with this story. I mean, Nick Fury obviously was a pivotal character in the MCU at the start of it. At the end of Iron Man, I'm here to put together a team. And he had a big role in the Avengers. But like I said, ever since then, the MCU it's really grown. So he's been kind of pushed to the side. And obviously with S.H.I.E.L.D. being out, he's not the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. Things like that. I understand why. But Nick Fury is a character I kind of don't care about anymore. And that's just me being real. But I want to read you guys some of this article from Murphy's Multiverse. Man, he came up with some good stuff. And I was like, yo, this guy, he's legit. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, he's legit. He be coming up with all kind of good scoops and scoops that actually happen. So his sources are the real deal. Samuel Jackson to reprise Nick Fury role in a new Disney Plus show. It's amazing to think how many Disney Plus shows are rumored for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So far, we are still waiting for an official announcement for shows that will air past Moon Knight, which was last to be announced. Now, we already dropped some news that Samuel Jackson is set to reprise his role as Nick Fury in an up-and-coming Disney Plus series. At first, it sounds like he'll return in one of those currently developed series, but they add the addition of a writer. According to Variety, Kyle Bradstreet set to write and act as an executive producer for an unnamed show. It's a bit confusing, as it at first seems like Nick Fury will have a show focused on him. Yet, a while back, we had rumors about Sword and Secret Warriors Disney Plus shows being developed. Of course, there is still a chance he'll appear in both, but the question is, will Bradstreet be writing? Bradstreet is known for his work in Mr. Robot, Berlin Station, and Copper. His background doesn't scream space cops, but he does have experience with strong dramas, especially with Mr. Robot. Never seen Mr. Robot, that's gonna be interesting. Sword is confirmed to appear in WandaVision. We also got a short tease of him in space at the end credit sequence of Spider-Man Far From Home. The setup would point out more closer to a space-focused adventure, but Fury isn't shy of preparing a team to watch out for the Earth while he is gone. We could see the return of Talos impersonating Nick, as he did in Far From Home. So Secret Warriors seem like a likely setup, especially if you go and consider the Inhumans making their debut in the Disney Plus series Ms. Marvel. So the setup would be for the introduction of Quake. That's interesting. So even if they decide to do, you know, something along the lines of Nick Fury kind of rebuilding and trying to do a separate group to take on a mission in space with the whole sword and possibly even like the Young Avengers, I don't know. Who knows at this point? Nobody knows what Nick Fury's really been up to. He's just been up there, just kicking it, right? Obviously, I feel like with the death of Tony Stark and Cap getting old, you know what I mean? He kind of feels like he's retiring, or he's like, I guess I'm just not the Nick Fury who I once was. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this Disney Plus series. But all in all, like I said, I'm not overly excited about it because Nick Fury just hasn't been that guy for me in a while. What, Winter Soldier was what, fucking 2014? So, long time coming. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about a Nick Fury Disney Plus series coming to the MCU. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions, you guys? Please post your comments down below. And thank you for taking time in your day for watching CO Productions. Peace.
We out.